All right, we are back, folks. Thank you so much for your patience.
All right,
folks. We were talking about the tag team division.
Right.
We're about to see Draco and Blade Gibson.
That's right.
Both recent victims of Ghost, as was Maya Ferrari, as was our referee Joe. Anybody and everybody.
Evan Ghost. That was strange too.
Yeah. Who knows what is going through Ghost's mind? But whatever it is, it's not good.
And we talked about how it wasn't strange for Draco to be tag team partners with Blade.
Yeah.
It's also not strange for these three guys to be together either.
Yeah.
This is a 3-Gen Express here, and it's only fitting here that we should have our main event this way tonight.
Yep, that's right. Now we're talking about this is a tag team promotion. We're going to cap things off with these Tennessee tag team titles.
Right. And you were just there with the Amish, and they made it very clear that this year they want those titles back.
Yeah.
And they don't care who has them.
That's right. So would they, I know that, those guys like Draco and Blade.
Yeah.
Like they're not, Draco and Blade aren't coming down to the chapel, but,
That's
they
right.
get along.
They get along.
They don't like Gen 3 Express. Amish Country, I don't think they want Gen 3 Express to win the titles tonight, but that if they do, Amish Country would love to be the ones to take the belts off of them.
That would only sweeten the deal more, wouldn't it?
That's right. There's Michael Gabriel there. They're going to take us to the heights of Zion. The country gentleman, KC Kazana. The challengers tonight in our main event could be the next East Tennessee Tag Team Champions.
That's very, very well. And if the Church of Zion has anything to say about it, it will be.
I think we have to be quiet for him to take off his sunglasses.
I just wanted to know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But all that happened is their music came on and this place is going crazy.
Well,
and you're not going to hear us.
Champions. There's Blade Gibson, the face of perfection. Nobody wrestled more matches in 2023 in the School of Morton than Blade Gibson.
That's correct. He's put his reps in for sure this year.
Absolutely. Just
now Draco,
true workhorses here.
Now Draco, with only a handful of folks, is one of the alumni from the very beginning.
That's right.
SOM.
That's right. And he stepped up as a former heavyweight champion, a former tag team champion. James Anthony had to step away. Draco stepped up. And now it's Draco and Blade Gibson. What a team. Two tremendous single stars, both with a lot of tag team experience, not necessarily together.
But over the years, and you're right. Over the years, I've gone against Draco with different organizations, and I've had him in my organization.
Yes, that's right.
So I know Draco very well, and I know that where the money is, Draco is there.
The following
That's right.
contest is your main event, and it's for the East Tennessee Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers, representing the Gen 3 Express, Michael Gabriel and KC Kazana. And their opponents, they are the East Tennessee Tag Team Champions, the team of Blade Gibson and Draco.
What a team, Blade Gibson and Draco. On the other side, no slouches themselves, Gen 3 Express.
That's right.
And that is what it's all about. Referee Joe's got the East Tennessee Tag Team titles. That is what it's all about here at the School of Morton.
Now, one thing that I do know about Draco, like I said, I know him, and I know that where the money goes, he follows. But the thing about Draco, he'll be the first one to admit, he holds grudges. And
he does.
He doesn't forgive or forget.
No. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Draco eventually. If anybody gets his hands on Ghost, I mean, Draco, obviously has a lot to lose after that last run-in at the end of 2023.
Yeah, he was his last victim.
That's right.
And he had something to say about the Nathan Cross thing, but I haven't got that figured out yet. That's kind of kind of ominous, with what's going on with Nathan.
Yes. He came out and accepted Nathan Cross's award at the end of year awards. His Superstar of the Year award. Ghost took it.
And we all know that things are not in the best right now for Nathan Cross.
Yeah.
Not the best of times for things like this to be happening. Really, honestly.
Of course, our thoughts are with Nathan. We're thinking about you, buddy. We miss you. Hopefully, we'll see you back here soon. But our eyes are firmly fixed on the bunkhouse right now. Tag team titles are on the line here in our main event. You got to think all 4 of these guys will most likely be in it. You talk about Draco. He's held every title in the promotion except one.
That is correct.
In all his years here, Draco has never held the School of Morton heavyweight title, which we now know is on the line in the Bunkhouse Stampede.
That is correct. The landscape has totally changed. And isn't it ironic that he was right there on having the record of the longest running SOM champion?
Yep. And almost. He was so close. It was weeks away.
And life happened. And and that's why wrestling is so popular, I believe. It's because everybody can kind of relate a little bit to things that happen in wrestling on one level or another.
That's right. It's, there's all the wrestlers are larger than life. It takes a special kind of crazy to get into a wrestling.
Yes.
People have whatever conceptions they have about the business. As somebody who, granted, was not fully trained as a wrestler, I got into the business as a commentator and as an announcer and an interviewer. But I have fallen hard in a wrestling ring, and I will tell you, that hurt. What just happened to Draco, that hurt. And these guys are doing this over and over again. So it takes a special kind of crazy. But at the end of the day, they're all people.
That's right.
And things happen. Life gets in the way.
Well, adrenaline is an amazing thing, and that's what gets these guys through these matches. That's what they'll feel this in 2 days for sure.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And on the pro levels, those guys, the old guys have told me they hated when they retired because if they had a match once a month, they felt it.
Yep.
But if they had them every night, you get used to this.
The adrenaline would just keep going. It would never stop. Yep. But that's also why you see a lot of promotions now have kind of scaled back their
That's correct. It's for the wellness of their wrestlers.
That's right.
So they get their nutrition and their training, and they're tying to themselves,
Then you can see that the improvement in the nutrition and the conditioning of today's athletes over 20, 30, 40 years ago. All 4 of these guys are in fantastic shape.
Oh,
they're not rippling muscle bodybuilders like
they're not
seen in the 80s.
And they also don't look like guys that just came out of the back of a bar.
That's right. And they also they can still breathe 10 minutes into a match.
That's correct. I know Harley Race was one of the best champions ever, but in today's landscape, he couldn't make it with these guys today as far as if he kept that kind of...
Right. But also somebody like Harley Race in today's environment would have been one of the first guys in the gym.
Yes.
He would have been
That's
the
right.
guy.
He would have adapted and changed and done what he needed to do to get there.
Casey Kazana reverses Blade Gibson's whip. Blade springboards off the middle rope, caught in midair. What does the country gentleman have planned?
Oh, wow.
Fireman's carry.
There's the strength
power there.
From that football background of Kazana here.
Up into a gorilla press and down goes Blade.
I thought he was going to throw him like Andre threw Chuck Webber. I thought he was just going to throw him.
Oh, man, yeah, I was having Mike Awesome and Spike Dudley flashbacks.
Or even like when Bam Bam Bigelow would throw folks, Spike.
It was Bam Bam. That's what I was thinking of. The night Spike, he had to crowd surf around the ECW.
I know what you're talking about with Mike Awesome.
Yeah.
When he would have his matches. One night, what was it? What's that? One night only, or that ECW show? Oh, gosh. That was
Tanaka?
Yes.
What a beast. Kazana.
And another person that's gone, from our childhood and from wrestling too soon.
Big delay on that.
Whoa, look at that.
By Kazana.
He was scorpioning himself there.
Talk about the guys from the 80s and the 90s. That was a full-on British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith suplex right there. That long delay, the core strength of Casey Kazana to be able to hold Blade Gibson up. Now, Blade's on the lighter side for wrestlers. It helps with his high flying to not carry a ton of mass. But still, to hold a human being upside down like that and not, to maintain your balance and not let them slip one way or the other. Oh, back elbow there by Michael Gabriel.
And going to the gym is great and everything, but you know what? Those are not weights. That's a moving thing. That's live, dead weight.
That's right. That barbell's not going to fight back.
No.
Blade Gibson will.
And we're going to poke you in the eyes.
That's right. That's a potential. That was.
I think he did it with the ding-ding.
He might have. It was at least ding-ding adjacent.
Yeah, as they say, as Jesse Ventura said, a low blow. He hit him in the lower midsection.
The extremely lower midsection, the inner thigh.
The upper knee.
Yes. Blade Gibson's struggling to get to his feet. Shot to the midsection. Casey fires back. Big clubbing forearm to the spine.
You know,
the
guys,
challengers are in pretty firm control right now.
They are. You know, I had a conversation with Kazan, I always do before the shows, and he told me, honestly, he said he freaking hates Blade. I mean, just quote unquote, but
sure.
the thing, he said he hates his face.
Huh.
I mean, and that's all he said about it, but
well, you know,
I'm seeing more.
He's doing what he can to damage it, choking him across that middle rope. Joe stepping in.
And of course, his partner wasn't too far away during this conversation. He actually told him to save it for the ring.
Hey.
Channel that.
Seems to be working.
He's trying to meditate. Have you ever seen him back there doing that grip?
KC or Gabriel?
He's trying to meditate. He lasts like 2
seen
minutes and then it don't work. It's over. He's like starting to talk about something, getting on his phone and stuff. He's always fussing at him.
Well,
he's like, you can't get this ion on your phone.
It really... It's such a strange trio.
It is.
Kazana and Golden and Gabriel.
A lot of egos together, right?
Yeah, and they seemingly have nothing in common other than they're just like the three biggest jerks in the locker room.
I think that's what they have in common.
I think that's what attracted them to each other.
Yes.
Like, just think how much bigger jerks we could each be if we were jerks together.
And the thing is, you know, they say if you saw yourself, you would probably be repelled by some of your actions that you do. These guys are attracted to.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They love themselves.
Oh,
of course they love each other.
And Blade is not loving this. Oh, my God.
My. Spinebuster from Kazana and an elbow from Gabriel. Tandem offense from G3E.
Now that was as close it gets right there.
Draco barely able to get into the ring in time to break up the pin.
I thought it was a 3 count, but that was Joe getting down to it. We got some technical difficulties a little bit here.
Yeah.
But
neck breaker there from Gabriel.
And there he is mocking. We talked about it earlier in tag team wrestling. If you get into their head and they come in, the ref's going to have to stop you, going to pull you back.
That's right. And that gives your opponent the opening to double team.
Yes.
You know, with guys like G3E, you know, break the rules a little bit, maybe get the Book of Zion involved, choking across the ropes we've seen him do already.
At one point, Draco might have to pull out the Robert Gibson save. You know, how can they get Ricky in there? He'll toss him over to the other side and make him tackle.
That's right. Hey, you know, what works.
Thank you for Stevie Richards. We want to give a thanks out to that for breaking that down. Talking about that. Had that on SOM here recently. And anybody gets a chance, if you ever want to watch wrestling, we talk about if it hurts or not. Go watch one of his shows. He'll break it down for you.
Yeah, Stevie Richards is he could teach a college level course.
He is a professor.
He's
professional wrestler.
I love those videos.
Yes.
A rear chin lock here applied by Kazana. You know, moves like rear chin locks get a bad rap from modern fans.
Yeah.
And, I get it. It's not the flashiest move. You're not going to win by submission with it. But you know what you can do? Rest.
That's right.
You catch your breath.
That's right.
And you saw, I'm sure the camera caught it. We're having some issues with our monitor, so we're not seeing it what the camera is seeing. But we could see from here.
Oh my God! We saw that.
Gibson reversed it into a DDT. This could be the opening the champions need.
He's got Frankenstein arms. You see his hands sticking up like that? Whoa!
Draco desperately wants Blade to tag him in.
But you're right. While he's wrestling, he's running his mouth. Yep, he's getting into that. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at. Is that KC was giving Blade an earful, just going back to the psychology of it all, getting into Blade Gibson's head, telling him what he's going to do to him once he lets him out of the headlock, what he's already done. Your tag titles are coming home with us. Oh, I thought he was going for the cartel.
Pele kick.
Pele kick instead.
And he did that well tonight.
Yes, indeed. Caught him Right on the chin. Oh, Gabriel. Oh, tilt cutter.
Out of the heights of Zion.
And that's it.
Oh, he's giving it up. Is he going to let
I mean, teamwork. Blade.
Yeah, that's teamwork, right?
Blade, I think he's getting ready to hit that perfect forearm. What the? What? Why did he do that?
I know why he did that.
What the hell?
I'm not too surprised. That's Draco.
Draco.
That's
what
Draco.
What are you doing?
And here's your new champs.
Here are your winners and new East Tennessee Tag Team Champions. Casey Kazana, Michael Gabriel, the Gen 3 Express.
Folks, it is my job as the play-by-play announcer to explain what's going on at any given time on these shows. I'm at a complete loss for words.
I'll tell you what's going on. This is the Draco that I know. This is the Draco that years and years he's shown his true colors. And you know what? I'm actually I'm not surprised. And for him to align himself with the elite, that's nothing new here at SOM.
So is Draco part of G3E? Did he left the ring. He's not in there celebrating.
They might have paid Draco. We'll find out. Draco will let us know. But now you have to know that we have new tag team champions. By however it happened. But there's got a lot.
Mockery of the new East Tennessee Tag Team Champions? If you think you're so good and you think you can try to intimidate my best friends, I'll bet you can't take them all by yourself. Next week on Uprising, it's gonna be the new champions versus you, all by your lonesome.
Hey, Chris, and we'll have you.
That's all right! That's fine. You know what? You want me to fight the two of you new tag champs? You guys want me to fight Gen 3 next week? I'll fight him by yourself. But you know what? Whenever Nathan Cross comes back, him and I will be here, and those titles and both your asses will be belonging to Bad Magic.